The USA has long accused China of aggressive espionage and reverse engineering. Officials and organizations have traced various attacks on corporates and government computer system in the US to computers in China. The attacks in some cases are so sophisticated that it will be impossible to perpetrate without the backing of the Chinese government. China has denied these accusations, but experts believe otherwise. From being a long way behind the USA in military hardware, China has gained lots of ground in the past decade. It's been able to steal sensitive data from many US weapons and has brazenly produced copies of those weapons by reverse engineering. The astonishing similarities leave little doubt about Chinese activities of cyber espionage and reverse engineering. The copied weapons will not only pose challenges to the US in an event of conflict, but also eat into revenue from exports. In this video, Defense Updates looks at 5 weapons of the US that China has stolen design information, reverse engineered, and created copies. Note that these weapons have been listed according to their importance in the battlefield. Let's get started.
Number 5.
In the 1980s, China produced 24 civilian versions of the Black Hawk. They got some insights about design, but were not able to do much since these did not contain secret components like the military version. This changed in 2011. Pakistan gave China access to the previously unknown US stealth Sikorsky UH-60 helicopter that crashed during the commando raid which killed Osama bin Laden. This was done despite explicit requests from the CIA not to. It's believed that Chinese experts took detailed photographs of the design and, more importantly, collected the sample of the stealth coating, which is used to hide the craft from radars. In late 2013, China conducted a flight test of a Z-10 helicopter which closely resembles the Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk. Z-20 improved version of the Z-10 is currently in development phase and is also expected to enter production in 2018.
Number 4.
For 30 years, AM General's Humvee has served US troops around the world, achieving iconic status. In the late 1980s, AM General, a major vehicle manufacturer based in Indiana, wanted to sell the high-mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, also known as the Humvee, to the Chinese People's Liberation Army. The PLA rejected the offer and picked up one Humvee that was left by AM General in China. They also gathered the few civilian Humvees that Chinese oil companies had bought in the 1990s. Using reverse engineering, they built a prototype and named it Dongfeng EQ 2050.
Number 3.
Beginning in the winter of 2009, 2 Chinese hackers began sending malicious emails to Boeing employees disguised to look as if they came from familiar people. Even if one employee opened the mail and downloaded the attached file, it would give hackers a portal to secrets, corporate and US Department of Defense plans, engineering details, and potentially classified Pentagon files stored on Boeing's networks. And that's exactly what happened. Over the next 2 years, hackers stole about 630,000 files from Boeing related to the C-17, the third most expensive plane that the Pentagon has ever developed, with research and development costs of $3.4 billion. They obtained detailed drawings, measurements of the wings and fuselage and other parts, outlines of the pipeline and electric wiring systems, and even flight test data. On the 26th of January 2013, Chinese copy of the C-17, the Y-20 Doppelganger, first flew. Currently, 8 are in service and more production is planned in the future.
Number 2.
Beginning in 2011, a series of weaponized emails, PDF and Microsoft Word attachments with malware inside were sent to people who work to build American drones. A cybersecurity group found that the attachments, many of them with benign titles like Boeing Current Market Outlook 2011 to 2030.pdf, originated with a hacker group in Shanghai linked to China's military. Of the 261 attacks uncovered, 123 targeted US drone companies, from large defense contractors to small firms. According to analysts, these were largely successful. The newest Chinese drones, built with stolen data, closely resembles US aircraft visually and in performance, a remarkable turnaround time for China's aviation industry. Second only to the US drone's fleet in size, Chinese drones could further disrupt the balance of power in East Asia and escalate tensions with Japan and other neighbors.
Number 1.
The Pentagon began the F-35 program in 2011 with an aim to develop a cost-effective replacement for the U.S. military's F-15 fighters, F-16 and F-18 bombers, and reconnaissance aircraft, and A-10 close air support warplanes. Apart from the United States, the primary customers and financial backers, the United Kingdoms, Italy, the Netherlands, Canada, Turkey, Australia, Norway, and Denmark, are also part of the program. F-35 is also being sold to friendly nations like Israel and Japan. The 9 major partner nations, including the U.S., plan to acquire over 3,100 F-35s through 2035, which, if delivered, will make the F-35 one of the most numerous jet fighters. The fighter aircraft will be in service till 2050, forming the backbone of the Air Force for respective nations. China obtained more than 50 terabytes of data from U.S. defense and government networks, notably the Joint Strike Fighter stealth radar and engine secrets, through cyber espionage. The NSA estimated that the Chinese had conducted more than 30,000 cyber attacks as part of the massive defense industrial espionage, and that more than 500 attacks were significant intrusions in Department of Defense systems. More than 1,600 network computers were penetrated, and at least 60,000 user accounts were compromised from the Chinese cyber spying. In all, the NSA concluded that the Chinese compromised key components of the F-35. Here's a list of 2 of them. 1. Northrop Grumman, the jet's manufacturer, built the AN/APG-81 active electronically scanned array radar for the F-35. The high-tech radar uses small, solid-state transmitter and receiver modules that allow the jet to avoid detection by enemy radar, a key stealth feature. 2. On F-35 engine schematics, the Chinese stole data on the methods used by the turbine to cool gases, along with leading and trailing edge engine treatments and engine heat reduction data, also key elements of its stealth design. By learning the secrets, the Chinese are able to include the design and technology in Beijing's new stealth jets, the J-20 and the J-31. The secret also could allow Chinese air defenses to target the F-35 in a future battle. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.